Hi, welcome back to 30 Days of Grammar. I know that you're wondering what today's topic will be about. Today we're going to be talking about indefinite pronouns. If you missed our last lesson we spoke about pronouns, regular pronouns. I must apologize for all of those who went to the blog looking for pronoun activities. What I should have said in my last video was that I will be doing the pronoun and the indefinite pronoun activities together. And so when you go onto the blog at the end of this video, you are going to see both activities together. So let's start. Can anyone remind me of what day today is? Is it days 3, 4, or 5? And if you said day 4, you are correct. So today is day 4 in the 30 Days of Grammar series. Let's get into it. And as usual, the struggle is real. Now, the objectives of today's lesson are: we're going to define indefinite pronouns. We're going to distinguish between singular and plural indefinite pronouns. And we're going to examine singular and plural indefinite pronouns. Or rather, indefinite pronouns that can be both singular and plural. Now, as we have said, and you should know this by now, the first thing we're going to look at is what are indefinite pronouns. Now, a lot of us might not hear about indefinite pronouns a lot, but we use them every day. And so indefinite pronouns are pronouns that refer to people or things without saying exactly who they are or what they are. So when we use indefinite pronouns, we use pronouns that refer to people, things, without actually saying who they are, what they are. Now we use pronouns ending in body or one for people, and pronouns ending with thing for things. So everybody, everyone, those refer to people. Everything refers to things. So that is something that you need to take into consideration when we are looking at indefinite pronouns. Examples: everybody enjoyed the concert. And notice that is an indefinite pronoun, right? Next one. I opened the door, but there was no one at home. No one. That is another indefinite pronoun. It was very clear. It was a very clear day. We could see everything. And so these 3 examples are examples of indefinite pronouns. So quickly, let's recap. An indefinite pronoun is a pronoun that does not refer to a specific person or thing. When we talk about indefinite pronouns, once they end with body or one, they refer to people. When they end with thing, they refer to things. For example, everybody. An example, no one, everyone, and if we're talking about thing, everything. Now, let's continue. Now, we talk about indefinite pronouns that are singular indefinite pronouns. And we say each, every, one, either, neither, another, everyone, everybody, everything, anyone, anybody, anything, no one, nobody, nothing, someone, somebody, something. Let me just say to you before we even go into the rules, indefinite pronouns are one of those things that you have to get to know the different types of pronouns. It's one of the grammar topics that, subject verb agreement topics that you will have to be familiar with the singular indefinite pronouns in order to remember when to use these indefinite pronouns correctly. Now, remember the rule we said. Singular indefinite pronouns state the verb ending with S. So anytime any of these singular indefinite pronouns are used, they always state the verb ending with S. Example, each student needs a seat. Notice, each student needs a seat. The fact that we have each needs. Next one. Somebody knows that I was here. Somebody, singular, takes a verb ending with S, knows. Another one, and this is one, guys, that students tend to get wrong a lot. One of the bags was on the ground. Notice, students typically see bags and say, yes, it is were. It takes a verb without the S. But remember, we're talking about one. So there are many bags, but we're talking about one out of them. One of the bags was. So hopefully you understand that. So now we're going to look at the plural indefinite pronouns. So plural indefinite pronouns are both, many, others, several, few, fewer. Now these indefinite pronouns, as we said, they take the verb that do not end with S, no S. And so examples are, both cars are expensive, because we're not talking about one, we're talking about both of them. Several bottles were on the floor of the classroom. Many kids do not have a home. Now these examples, as you can see, all of these refer to things that are more than one, right? Or if you can say you're talking about cars, you can say both are expensive. Alright? Now, some indefinite pronouns. And remember when we talked about pronouns, we talked about the fact that there is an exception to the rule. Now, you have, in this case, you have singular, you have plural, and then you have some that they cannot decide whether or not they want to be singular or plural. So they can be either singular or plural based on how they are used. And in some cases, we refer to them as being both singular and plural, or singular or plural based on how they are used. So these are none, some, more, most, many, all. These are indefinite pronouns that can either be singular, and notice they can either be singular or plural depending on the sentence in which they're used. So for example, if they can be singular when the sentence refers to a singular word, and they can be plural when they refer to plural words. So if these indefinite pronouns refer to words that are singular, they are singular. If they refer to words that are plural, they plural. And some examples are, all books are on the floor. All here is the indefinite pronoun, but it refers to books. Now we're talking about more than one. It's countable. You can count it. And therefore it takes the verb without S. However, in this example, the other example, all the flour is on the floor. Notice in this case, flour, we're not talking about bags of flour. We're talking about flour. And flour is not countable by nature. Or if we said all the rice or all the water, it's not countable based on how it's phrased. And therefore, because it is not plural flour, it takes the verb ending with S. Now guys, I know this lesson might have been a little more than what we have been doing previously, but I hope you all understood what the basic gist of the lesson. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, please let me know. I must say thank you to all the persons who have been stopping by, watching the videos, participating, who are here along the 30-day journey with us. Thank you very much. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video with a friend. Come back tomorrow for another lesson in our 30 Days of Grammar series. Bye-bye.